Welcome to the Maynard Legacy. I'm Cameron Junta. Today we have a spectacular second part of Carly. The foodies will slide right in with their food reviews. Hang in there for film fiascos, and a sub-sneak peek of an all-new segment, and Johnny Madej breaks down your Tigers football team. And you might be surprised with some new transitions. I'm just sprinkling a little me in there, you know? But let's just get right into the episode. Alright, so I guess I go out this way, right? Yeah, that's good. Oh.
So the audience for this right now is high school students. So what was high school like for you guys?
Oh, high school.
She did it for 36 years, she liked it so
Well, I
much.
taught high school. When I was in high school, I went to Chelsea High School. I had a good time, and I hung out. I was very active. I didn't play sports, too small. I was in the journalism club. We didn't have journalism classes back then. We had to take cooking and sewing instead.
Yeah.
I was in the French club and the Spanish club, and my favorite subject was geometry, and that's how I ended up majoring in math and teaching math.
I grew up in Medford, and our high school teams fought each other in football, believe it or not. We were probably in the same stage at one point, we didn't know about it.
Did you like high school?
It's the worst 3 years of my life. I was in a sorority because my sister was older than me, and I got in because she got in. But I hated every minute of it.
Next question, how did you guys meet?
Welcome to the first episode of The To-Go Show, restaurants around the world.
We're your hosts. I'm Jamie.
I'm Beth, and in this show, we're going to be reviewing cool and crazy restaurant experiences.
This restaurant is located in Kyoto, Japan. When you walk into the restaurant, you have the opportunity to sit at a table which is outlooking the Kibun River, as you can see right here.
And now we're going to watch a video from a man who actually went to the restaurant. This experience will cost you 9,000 yen, which is about $85 US. See, this is a self-serve restaurant where the chef will send the noodles down the slide and you will take them with your chopstick.
Okay, so now we're going to recreate the exact scene that you just saw from the Kyoto, Japan restaurant. What's going to happen is we have a bowl of noodles, and yeah, we have a bowl of noodles, and it's going to be put down here, just like the slide was in the restaurant. And then I am gonna grab it with this fork and then put it in the plate. And I won't eat it. As you can see, it didn't really work. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of The
To-Go Show. Make sure you tune in next week for Dining in the Dark.
Dorothy, we gotta get to the next segment, but the monkey's blocking the way. What do we do?
What is going on, students of MHN? Today we bring to you the first episode of The Uncovered and Undiscovered, where we reveal to you the biggest and juiciest secrets in the film industry. Today we're going to bring to you a story from The Wizard of Oz about a hanging munchkin. But what was it actually? Well, there's many stories that circulate around the internet, and one of them is that it was just a prop left by a forgetful employee. The second story was that during the filming of The Wizard of Oz, they used live animals from the LA Zoo, which was nearby, and there was a bird there about the size of a munchkin. And the third and final story being that a munchkin had actually hung themselves in the back of the scene. The Wizard of Oz is a movie we all watched as a kid. We all loved it. But the original one came out in 1925 as a silent film, and then it was remastered about 10 years later. Story of the hanging munchkin goes how it's said. It is believed that in the background of the scene, where Dorothy and her friends, the Tin Man and the Lion, are skipping down the yellow brick path, in the background you can see in the trees what is supposed to be a hanging munchkin. Alright, so I did some digging of my own, and there's just too many stories out there. I can't find a definite answer. So we have our own Munchkin friend in the studio, and I'm gonna give him a call.
Well, I was actually on set, and to disprove the popular belief, there was no hanging Munchkin, but just a white silhouette of a bird. In the new remastered version, they did a different bird to disprove the belief that there was an actual hanging Munchkin on set.
Thank you so much, Munchkin. So we just revealed to you one of the biggest secrets in the film industry. Tune in next week, and we're gonna dive into the music industry and reveal to you another huge secret.
東方丈介だしなてめえのキラークイーンを
First episode of Maday's Maynard Breakdown, where I break down a play from one of Maynard's games. For the first episode, we'll be breaking down a play from the football team. This play was from our game against Oakmont. This is the opening play of the game. Start out by going into a 3-by-1 formation, which means we have 3 receivers to one side, 1 receiver to the other. We're then going to motion the running back out of the backfield over here. Here's the motion. Oakmont's running a 3-4 defense, which means they have 3 defensive linemen, which would be these 3 guys with their hand in the dirt, and these 4 are linebackers. Because they have 7 guys in the box, that means they can only have 4 guys to cover the 4 receivers. So this corner is on this wide receiver, this overhang is on this number 2 receiver, this safety is on this wide receiver, and this corner is on this wide receiver. When we motion out, because there's no extra help, this linebacker has to bump over, and this cornerback has to bump over. Here we're going to have Owen run a skinny post, and the defense now has to communicate who's got who, as we've essentially created a stack, as these 2 guys could go in any direction, and Oakmont's not quite able to communicate everything, as this corner doesn't know late that he's picking up Owen, and that this linebacker is taking the wheel from Hirsch. Because of that, this corner is out-leveraged. He's outside of Owen, who's running an in-breaking route away from the leverage by design. Let's rewind a bit to rewatch the play. Here's the motion. They have to bump, they have to communicate. Connor just has to drop the ball over the shoulder for a long 62-yard pickup that will give the Tigers the good field position on the first drive of the game. Tigers get the ball down inside the red zone and would score a few plays later. That's all for this episode of Maday's Maynard Breakdown, as I hope you enjoyed me breaking down the first play from the Oakmont game. I'm Johnny Maday, and I'll see you next time for episode 2 of Maday's Maynard Breakdown.